This is the fairly nearly fairly current show.
popteevee.
Hi Shelah, welcome to the Fairly Current Show.
Hi, Fahmi. I'm so glad to finally be here on the Fairy Blackcurrant show.
Yeah.
It's my favorite kind of current because it's about the current it's now. Okay?
Yeah,
I love it. It's so
it's so
cute.
electrifying your hair.
It's been so long since we shared a screen or a stage together. Kan?
Yeah, I know.
Ah.
Last time you made your reappearance was actually at the last Seksualiti Merdeka.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, the first time actually in a long time.
Yes, it was. I think I had to go back into the closet for about 10 years like that. I got lost in all the feathers and that's why I had to throw all the feathers away. I'm not that kind of queen anymore.
But why did you decide to come out during the the last Seksualiti Merdeka?
I think it was the timing was quite perfect because it was at the time when I was very down in my life like that, and then of course some orphan in the newspapers decided to say that all matnyas and pondans and affaid men all should not exist in this country, and if they do exist they shouldn't be allowed to exist. So I thought, okay, since I was a serious actor for about 12 years of my life as Edwin, I thought, okay, damn it, I'm going to come back and do drag again because I used to love doing it. It gives me a sense of freedom, and just so ngam the timing was during the Seksualiti Merdeka festival, so I thought, hey, what a way to come back.
So tell us a little bit about what is Seksualiti Merdeka. This is the third year it's been running.
Yes,
what is
this is the third year. Seksualiti Merdeka, the festival, like Seksualiti Merdeka, the musical, which is currently being written, may not be staged because for obvious reasons. Kan? It's about independence, like Merdeka, and we talk about sexuality, sexual independence, sexual freedom, sex, which is something we cannot talk about in this country. Don't talk about sex, baby. Just talk about you and me. So it's like that. I mean, for me, Seksualiti Merdeka has always been this place for people to come together to share their experiences, to talk about life and how they deal with life in our country, as difficult or easy, because different people have different experiences. So Seksualiti Merdeka is that platform for you and me, possibly you, but I know cannot, to get together to just share our experiences, I guess, more than anything else also.
This is the third year that it's running. How do you think Malaysians are responding to the call for diversity or this kind of liberation? Yeah,
Who is making this call? Because I never get any missed call from this kind of people who's looking for liberation. We don't have... What are you talking about, Fahmi? Where we got liberation here?
That
We
means
are trying. We are trying, of course, to find a diversity. And a lot of people, of course, especially those of us living in the city and everyone who comes from the kampung into the city thinking that this is such a fabulous place to be in. And of course, it is fabulous because we have such a beautiful city. But at the same time, we have people whose mindsets are a little bit locked in a very strange kind of place. You know what I mean? So to have the diversity, I think it exists. We're just trying to show that we exist. I don't think we're fighting so much. I mean, this is my stance. We're not fighting for our rights because we don't have any to begin with. It's just to show, look, we exist. We're not hurting anybody. No teenage girls are getting pregnant for obvious reasons. And we want to show that we are here and we are part of the diaspora. Oh, big word, diaspora. Diaspora of the people in here in this Kuala Lumpur and all over wherever who's watching this.
But you think in the 3 years, right? Recently, there were news reports about a book by a writer.
Yes, a very good friend of ours.
Yeah.
Have they not read the other books that you can find in Kinokuniya?
Right.
There is like 2 big bookshelves full of books.
Which books? Which book are we referring to?
I think Body to Body.
Right.
And there's nothing in that book that's menjijikkan apart from one writer's story, which I think I'm like, you are just desperate for fame only. But then what to do is an anthology of stories. Thank God it's not that writer's novel.
Yeah.
But you see, it's things like this where they suddenly entah gila apa. Then okay, let's go to Kinokuniya, have a day out and just like ransack all the books like that.
Yeah.
What's the point? Or who did it offend? That's what I want to know.
Actually, do you think that talking about censorship?
Yes.
Because essentially that's what it is.
Because that's what my whole life is about.
Censorship. You make the perfect censor. No. Okay.
I'm the perfect censored topic.
Okay.
That's right.
But do you think that this trend that we're seeing in Malaysia, the sense that we need to become more conservative, don't cabar mencabar, do you think this is on the rise, or
I think it's on the rise. I mean, if you look, let's not try and place anything in anywhere, but current trend is being the very current show. I mean, if you look at how things are happening, not just here, but everywhere else in the bigger cities in the world, everything seems to be going backwards. There seems to be more fear, more paranoia, and it doesn't help us here when silly idiots who are actually quite cute, but then ego like no one's business, say things in the papers like, oh, we must battle for the Malays. Why are we fighting for them? What's the problem? Are they under siege or what?
Yeah.
You know, it's things like that that helps to perpetuate this thing that, oh, this cannot happen, that cannot be done. And so it's very difficult, and that's how I feel, we are going backwards in a very strange kind of way. We're not moving forward, we're regressing in this strange and not good kampong mentality. I mean, we are a kampong to begin with, but we've got that very takut, that, you know what I'm saying? So people always then become less open to anything new. And of course, something like sex is not new. We've been having sex for like millions of years. If not, we wouldn't be here. Why suddenly now we can't talk about it? And if someone does mention it, they're put in a different school.
Right. Talking about that, are you for sex education in school?
Of course I am. My God, I used to teach so many people in my school. Most of them now are like, married with children. I mean, I taught them all about it. And see, for me, I had a very different experience growing up. I had a very open family. I mean, yeah, of course, they still want me to have children. I can adopt, but adoption is not, not in the plans.
Right.
But a lot of people in my school, also when I was still in high school, all boys school, by the way, there were all of those who wanted to experience, wanted to explore, and then we also lived in a very different time. Now, because of this fear and paranoia and certain rules that have to be followed, it's not as open also, and then children don't have an outlet, teenagers don't have anyone telling them what's correct or incorrect,
A quick question now. Now you say that the times have changed
Yes.
since then, and it seems now we're getting more and more conservative, at least from your
conservative is good. I don't mind being conservative because there are certain values in being conservative.
Right.
But in being cuckoo about that conservation of conservatism, then that becomes a little too strung out, because then we have to follow things and guidelines that never existed before.
But do you think something like Seksualiti Merdeka is helping to loosen up this kind of strict conservatism?
It helps to loosen it because we are, like I said, providing this platform. You can bring your family, you can bring your friends, you can bring whoever. But at the same time, because we're not allowed to talk about it in public, for me, who does that serve? Because when we go to this festival, we enjoy ourselves because we're there to love each other, scold each other, bitch at each other, out-drag each other. It's never going to happen. But we also need more people there. I've always felt that we have to be able to publicize something like this festival, but we can't. Because if we do, then what? Shut down the whole thing again, right? Everyone's in lockup.
Yeah.
And this makeup does not tahan in a lockup.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming on the show, Edwin.
Don't forget Shelah or Edwin, or you
Shelah
can
or-
find me on Twitter as Shelah Tweet, or you can find me on Tumblr, shelah.tumblr.com, or you can just like me like everyone else who likes me, who doesn't hate me, and my type of people, as you call them, type, on Facebook as Shelah, Shelah. Siapa dia? Shelah. That's right. Thank you, Fahmi. I love you.